What is up? Welcome back to another edition of SacTown Movie Buff Television. Once again, it's your boy Kier. And today in the studio, I have my good friend who's an actor, cameraman, also does production, Mr. Shane Moss. How you doing today, Shane?
Good, man. How are you?
Good, man. It's good to have you here, man. Definitely somebody who I definitely wanted to talk to. I know you have a very vast background. Let's just get right into it. So how did you get involved in film initially?
I had a friend of mine that was doing film stuff, and so he let me dabble in it with him for a little bit, and then we started a little company that was called Buzz Factory. And the idea was literally just to create buzz for ourselves by focusing on other people, right?
Right.
I mean, like you are interviewing me,
Right.
but you are also the host of the show.
Right.
So, of course,
Right.
that's
Kind of what you did. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you kind of transitioned into like camera work from there, or did you?
I mean, when I was doing that, I had done some camera work, and then
Okay.
we kind of merged with another group that at the time was called Sac Fatty, I think.
Okay.
But Christina Marie, which is now working for Access as well, so she actually started that, and it was about doing stuff about Sacramento. So it was very similar, right? We were focusing on other people, but when I moved over to that, she was hosting primarily, so I was taking up more of the camera work at that point and editing at that point.
Very cool. So tell me a little bit about NorCal Expendables.
So NorCal Expendables was just a fun thing that I created. I was working with a guy that ran a kind of a prop shop that was called Sac Film Armory.
Okay.
Sac Film Armory. And I interviewed him, so I, got to meet him, and I was, oh man, this is really cool. And before you know it, I was wearing costuming for him, and then he wrote a Resident Evil fan film that he put me in. So then I was acting, and then we ended up in a movie as mercenaries. And when I got reached out for this as a character, I was like, well, we need to bring these guys in because they've got all the costuming, and they've got all the guns, man. They got all the other stuff you need. So he showed up, and we were mercenaries in this movie, and everybody loved it. So I was like, you know what? It'd be fun to do more of this. So maybe I should start a group that just focuses on that. So NorCal Expendables started off as a group that just did tactical stuff for film.
Okay.
And then, I ride a motorcycle, so I was like, I wonder if we can do biker stuff too. So we do tactical and biker stuff for film.
And so, so they can basically hire you for their particular project then. Okay. And
Yeah.
is that location based here in Sacramento, or?
Well, I mean, it's not a location.
It's
a
just
group.
they just contact you, and then you guys show up on for the set with whatever they need, or?
Right. So, I mean, I don't have the gear, so I'm just the group. So I know the guys, but one of the guys in the group did acquire, because Sac Film Armory's gone now.
Okay.
But he did acquire
a lot of the
arsenal.
equipment, so he has it. Yeah.
So we still have access to the costuming and arsenal, and we've got the guys. So yeah.
Very cool. And then I know that you said that you have like 3 films that got into distribution and streams. Can you tell me a little bit about those films, or?
So last year, I think in the order that they came out, I was involved in shooting a film that was called Demon Fighter, which is about basically a kung fu priest who goes out and kicks demon ass. Then I was in, as an actor, a movie called 2025 Blood, White, and Blue that is kind of like a Purge parody film. It's a really fun film, but I was kind of like a expendable in that. I got to do some tactical stuff, even though I also was a character. I got to wear a mask, so I got to play like various little things in that. And then we shot a film called Reanimation Team that we got to premiere in Hollywood last year, which I did a little episode for my YouTube channel of the whole adventure going down there and
Very cool.
premiering the film and coming back.
Were these local directors, or were they directors from Hollywood then that did these films, or mix, or?
No, they were all local.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so CRA Entertainment did the first one. They're local guys. Was it Josh Williams, which is Audio Visual Films.
Okay.
did 2025, and then David Foster with Abstractor Studios did the last one. He's also the guy that has the Arsenal. And the last one is a sci-fi film that we shot on a old German cruise ship in the Delta, which you actually had Ivan on, who has been out there doing a film, and we shot our first Resident Evil fan film
Stockton?
out there. It's out in the Stockton
Yeah,
Delta. So
for sure. Yeah.
it's just a weird fact.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. I think I've heard of it, but I've never actually seen the ship out there. Yeah,
It's pretty cool. And now
Yeah.
we've shot like a ton of films out there. So
very cool, very cool. So the other thing I know that you do, I know you do a lot of like some cosplay, makeup stuff as well for like horror films and horror festivals and things of that nature. Can you tell me a little bit about that real quick, or?
yeah, I do some kind of weird, odd things. Like, the costuming I did for Sac Film Armory kind of branched off into doing, makeup stuff and some modeling. So I've done modeling and things like that as well. And then I did a haunt one year. So, even like now I may have a gig this year as a scare actor for a thing based on haunt experience and stuff like that. So yeah, I do like weird, odd stuff, which is just a ton of fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I think that the person who's gonna be having me as a scare actor originally had me do a Mac Cosmetics gig where I was escorting the models up onto the stage as a dog. So I was a dog.
Getting escorted up on the stage.
I was escorting the models up as a dog.
As a dog, very interesting. Okay.
So yeah, I get to do weird stuff, and I love that.
Well, great, man. Well, I think we're gonna have some weird stuff at our festival next year, so you might get a phone call.
Yeah, weird stuff. Call me.
Yeah, he's like, if you got some weird stuff, let me know.
I'm the guy.
So with that said, how can people find you if they want to get a hold of you, if they want to reach out to you? Obviously, you have the tactical equipment background, and you know all the contacts and things of that nature. So what's the best ways to reach you?
So I am a Badass Alchemist on Instagram, which is badass_alchemist. NorCal Expendables is also on Facebook, so you can find that there, and then you can pretty much Google my name and find me.
Right.
If I have two S's, that's not me. He's
right.
a stand-up comedian.
That's a different Shane.
He's pretending to be me. He even just, grew out the beard. Like, I don't know what that guy's doing, man. He's trying to copy me.
Very cool. Well, I definitely look forward to working with you in the future. I'm sure we're going to cross paths and many more events and things of that nature, and definitely looking forward to working with you. Thank you again for doing the show, man.
Thanks,
definitely kind of a newer friend, but definitely somebody that I communicate with on a daily basis. Well, especially now we have to communicate on a daily basis.
Well, you go to events, so it's like, I'm gonna run into you all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's Sacramento. We're not a very big community in that regard, so we're always going to see each other at the events for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks again for being on the show, and obviously we'll definitely have you back whenever you got something new going on or something new cooking.
I do have stuff going on. So.
Very cool. Right. Very cool. Well, thank you again for watching SacTown Movie Buff Television. We'll be back again soon with another episode.